3, 2, 1. All right, let's start out with a quiz today. Which sentence is correct? Is it A, Mom, would you mind help me with my homework? B, Mom, would you mind helping me with my homework? Or C, Mom, could you mind helping me with my homework? Let us know your answer in the comments, and we will give you the correct answer later in the lesson. And don't forget about the Acquire English Club. If you want to practice speaking English, this is where you can do it. We have a brand new club. There's 2 types of memberships. A guest member can take free classes or pay $5 for each class. The Acquire English Club members can take unlimited free classes and unlimited members-only classes for $9.99 per month. And this week, we have a lesson coming up on May 22nd, Saturday, May 22nd. This is 10:30 Japan time. So check out your time zone here when that is. But for most of the world, it's a Saturday. Hopefully you can join. Most of the world, it should be a decent time for many people to join. Now, that's our free class. For members, again, if you pay per month, we have lots of different classes, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And we'll have more classes coming out soon. So the schedule gets released every week or so, but lots more opportunities to speak for members. So again, if you go to aenglish.club, it's A and then English.club, you can check out the Acquire English Club for some extra speaking practice. And you can see here, we do that over Zoom. And Tuan and I, the English teachers, we are the hosts of those. Okay, speaking of Tuan, here he is. How's everything going today, Tuan?
Not so bad.
Good. So in today's conversation, we're talking about my wife and I, and we're talking about I have to cook dinner. So in your house, who's the chef? Who's the cook in your family?
My wife doesn't let me cook.
She doesn't let you cook.
She wouldn't eat my cooking.
What was the last thing you cooked?
Maybe pasta. Well, for her, I cook my own lunch every day, so I usually cook something simple, like a salad or soup.
Right.
But for her, pasta.
Okay.
Can't lose with pasta. Yourself, what do you usually cook?
Yeah, I cook. I do most of the cooking in my family. My wife can cook. She just hates doing it. So it's every time I ask her, I get a long kind of sigh. So she doesn't like doing. I enjoy cooking if I have time. If I'm busy, then I don't really enjoy it so much. But I can make a lot of different things, but it's pretty basic: meat and vegetables and rice or a salad. I mean, you know, I don't know that anything has a specific name. If we're talking, I can make some Japanese food. I've been here long enough, but it's chicken and pork or beef, you know, seasoned different ways with rice and vegetables. We eat a lot of vegetables in my family. My kids are actually really good about eating them. So we're lucky in that department. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and check out today's conversation. I need to head home a little early today. Would you mind turning off the lights and locking up?
No, I don't mind.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Is everything okay?
Yeah, my wife has to work late, so I have to make dinner.
Sounds tough.
Not really. I don't mind cooking, but I hate cleaning up. All right, and let's go line by line and break down that conversation. So the first line was this one here. I need to head home a little early today. Okay, I need to head home a little early today. So head home just means go home, right? When we say we're going to head somewhere, head to a place, it just means go to that place. You can see in the picture a little bit before 5 p.m. I'm leaving the office in a bit of a rush there, right? So I have to head home a little early, just means I have to go home earlier than normal today. The next line. Would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? So would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? It's just a request. So could you turn off the lights and lock the doors? So in this situation, in this office, it seems I usually am responsible for turning off the lights and locking up. But today I need to leave early, so I'm asking Tuan to do it. So I make this request. Would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? And we'll talk more about this grammar here shortly.
No, I don't mind.
So no, I don't mind. Easy enough. I can do that. It's okay. So notice mind is always used in the negative. So it just means it's not a problem. I can do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. So thank you. I appreciate it just means thank you so much. So Tuan, what's the difference between thank you and why would you use appreciate in this situation?
Just a stronger thank you. You want to show more gratitude. Right.
Yeah, we use appreciate a lot if you want to make that thank you a bit stronger, right? So I appreciate it. I appreciate you. We say those things when we really, really mean it. We want to really show someone or tell someone thank you or show gratitude. It's a good word to know there. So we use appreciate to do that. Okay, and the next line.
No problem. Is everything okay?
So no problem means it's not a big deal. It's easy. You know, Tuan's going to lock the doors and turn the lights off. It's not a big deal. And is everything okay means, is there some kind of problem at home or is there some kind of problem with you, right? Is everything okay? Yeah, my wife has to work late, so I have to make dinner. So my wife has to work late. So yeah, everything is okay. My wife has to work late, so my wife won't be home. So I have to make dinner. So I need to cook dinner tonight. That's easy to understand.
Sounds tough.
Okay, sounds tough. Cooking dinner for the family sounds tough. Just means it seems difficult. Seems like a difficult thing to do. Tough and difficult have very similar, almost same meaning there. And the last line. Not really. I don't mind cooking, but I hate cleaning up. So not really means it's not that bad. I don't mind cooking means cooking is fine. I don't mind cooking means cooking is not a big deal. It's not a problem. But I hate cleaning up means I really don't like cleaning up after dinner. This is true. I absolutely hate cleaning up and I don't mind cooking dinner. So let's go ahead and get into the grammar point for today. And remember, we had this sentence here. Would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? Would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? So we use this would you mind as a polite request, right? So it has the same meaning as could you do, right? Could you do something? So we could say, could you turn off the lights and lock up? But would you mind, we need ing. That's the difference between those two. And would you mind may be considered a little more polite than could you, but Tuan, is there a big difference between the two?
I would say would you mind is a little more polite. Could you maybe in the middle and can is the weakest one.
Right. So
we would use these, we would use these with maybe a difficult request.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
if the request is bigger.
Yeah, we even say the way we say it sometimes, we might say it really slowly. So if I think this is something Tuan might say no to. I might even say like, would you mind turning off the light, right? We often slow it down a lot to make it sound really extra polite, or we kind of show a little weakness in that situation, right? But this can also be very rude, right? Would you mind? So depending on your intonation, like if you're at a restaurant and someone is smoking, or maybe they're talking really loudly next to you, or they're fighting, or just being rude, if you say, would you mind being quiet, right? Of course, I said, would you mind? And my English teacher told me that was polite. But when we say it with that really strong intonation, it's definitely not a polite way of asking. So we need to be a little bit careful with that, yeah?
It's more polite than with saying, can you be quiet?
That's true. That's true. Right.
More direct.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Saying anything with that intonation is maybe not so polite, but yeah, maybe a little bit more polite than can you be quiet. The worst would just be quiet, right? That
Not
command.
Request, just
yeah,
an order. Yeah.
Exactly. But this request, again, depending on how you say it, would you mind, or would you mind, that kind of intonation, the politeness changes a little bit, but still the more polite option. And the thing to look out for here is the ing. So would you mind doing something? So would you mind turning off the lights and locking up? Okay. And we didn't talk about it before, but lock up is a phrasal verb, right? Just means lock all of the doors, windows, everything. Make sure it's 100% locked, sealed, that sort of thing. So don't think about it too much. I could have said, would you mind turning off the lights and locking the doors? Okay. But locking up means everything, doors, windows, make sure everything is locked. So let's go ahead and look at some examples here. So we have, could you open the door, please? This guy's holding some heavy boxes. So how would we change this? How would we use, would you mind? So if you're watching us live, please go ahead and give your answer in the comments below. How would we use, would you mind? Give you a couple seconds to think about it. Give you a hint, we're going to change this one here. So Tuan, how would we use, would you mind in this situation?
We would say, would you mind? And then we need the ing. Would you mind opening the door, please?
Right. Would you mind opening the door, please? Okay. So would you mind, again, ing. Would you mind opening the door, please? Okay. And the next one. So I forgot my wallet. Could you lend me some money for lunch? So how would we change this to would you mind? Again, we're going to change this part here.
So this is quite a big request. Sometimes it's good to explain the reason first. And yeah, we would say, I forgot my wallet. Would you mind lending me some money for lunch?
Right. And
would you mind?
Right. So the
would you mind lending me?
My computer is running a little slow right now. So
okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, this goes. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Would you mind lending me some money for lunch? Okay. And the next one. So we have a noisy kid. The mother's trying to relax, read the newspaper. So can you practice in your bedroom? How would we change this one to would you mind?
So we can use the intonation you used earlier to be a little more direct. Would you mind practicing in your bedroom?
Would you mind practicing in your bedroom? And the next one is actually our quiz question. We had this one here, remember in the quiz, which one is correct? So hopefully you know by now. Our answer is which one, Tuan? A, Mom, would you mind helping me with my homework? B, would you mind helping me with my homework? Or C, Mom, could you mind helping me with my homework?
So the first one doesn't have the ing, and the last one, could you mind, is incorrect. So the answer is B.
Right. So would you mind helping me, ing, right? So Mom, would you mind helping me with my homework? So again, a nice request. You can still be polite to your mother. Mother's Day was last week. You can still be nice to your mom though. Be polite. Okay. And the last one we have here, we have the waitress says, would you like to order? But we're not ready. So we have, can you give us a few more minutes, please? How would we change this one?
We can say, would you mind giving us?
Right. Would you mind giving us a few more minutes, please? Is that okay? So again, these polite requests, would you mind doing something? Would you mind plus ing form of the verb. And it's just a little bit more polite than could you do something, which is a little bit more polite than can you do something. So would you mind, could you, can you? Okay. So we had one more sentence here using mind, and it was this one here. Not really. I don't mind cooking, but I hate cleaning up. So we say, I don't mind doing something means it's okay for me to do. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about doing it. It's not a big deal, right? So in this case, I don't mind cooking. And we talked about before, I actually enjoy cooking. I find it's kind of like meditation for me sometimes. It's good for me to concentrate on chopping some vegetables, helps me think about other things. So I don't mind cooking. I kind of like it, right? But we use this a lot for things that some people don't like doing, right? So cooking, many people don't like cooking. In this case, cleaning up. I don't like cleaning up. So we might ask, do you mind cleaning up? Do you mind doing something? So let's ask each other a few of these questions. Tuan, so we have, do you mind? So the first one is waking up early. And again, we have the ing after mind here. So again, these have to be things that people normally, or people might not like doing, right? You can't say, do you mind eating cake? Right? Well, that's strange, right? Because in general, most people enjoy eating cake. It's got to be something that typically someone might not like doing. Some people might find annoying, right? So we can't say, do you mind having lots of money? That doesn't work, right? So the first one, Tuan, we have, you have to wake up early every day. So this is a good one for you. Do you mind waking up early?
I don't mind waking up early. I'm used to it.
Mm.
Yourself?
No, I actually enjoy waking up early as long as my family is still asleep. I need lots of quiet time in my life. So I wake up early on purpose, and sometimes I'll be really tired later in the day, but I still think it's worth it. I want to wake up early and get an hour or two before my kids wake up and need breakfast and everything. So no, I don't mind waking up early at all. I actually kind of like it. Okay. How about the next one?
I don't mind washing dishes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really mind it. It's okay.
As long as your
But
wife is cooking.
Yeah. Well, even without, I don't mind.
For some reason, I hate washing dishes. I don't know why. I do it. I have no choice. I have to do it. But I absolutely hate washing dishes. Other cleaning, I don't mind so much, but for some reason, just washing dishes drives me crazy. Luckily, we have a dishwasher now, so it's really convenient, but also I don't really like loading the dishwasher. I know it's kind of a good problem to have, but it's like the worst game of Tetris. Like trying to find the best place to put each cup, to put each dish bowl. It drives me crazy a little bit. So I hate washing dishes. How about the next one? Watching movies with subtitles.
Before smartphones, I didn't mind watching movie with subtitles, I guess, before we have more attention to the film. Nowadays, I don't know, we try to, I guess now people multitask or do several things at the same time. So it's a little tougher to watch things with subtitles.
Oh, that's true. If you're watching something with subtitles, you really have to pay attention, right? You can't be checking your phone or having a conversation with someone. You have to listen the entire time. You really have to pay attention. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and Dragon Ball Z would come on TV and it had subtitles for some of them. And I thought it was the worst thing ever. Like, I'm not in school. I don't want to read, right? So I hated watching them with subtitles. I think I've kind of gotten used to it now, especially the longer I've been in Japan, the more things you have with subtitles. So it's actually good for practicing your a foreign language as well, if there's subtitles down there. But another thing I was thinking about when I wrote this question was, as native English speakers, we're kind of spoiled though, right? Because most movies we watch and most of kind of the high budgets, Hollywood films are obviously in English. So we don't need subtitles as much as someone maybe watching this video right now. So I feel like we're a little spoiled. We have it a little easy because most of the movies made in the world, I'm guessing, most of the movies with big budgets, big blockbuster movies are in English. So we don't need subtitles with them. Is that right?
Generally, it's changing somewhat, but yeah, generally.
Yeah, for sure.
Hollywood still dominates.
That's true. Yeah, and luckily with things like Netflix, they do have subtitles in many different languages now. So it's really good for language learners. There's lots of English content available, and then hopefully subtitles in your native language that you can watch, read along with. Maybe okay. I believe that does it for us today. Do we have anything else to add today, Tuan?
Don't forget, next session is this Saturday. Yeah, sign up.
Yeah, this Saturday, May 22nd, Acquire English Club, the free lesson. If you just click on, I hope this shows up, but if you just click on sign up, well, it's got my name in there. All you need is your name, email address, and then complete appointment, and you're ready to go. That's all you got to do. Easy enough. And then before the lesson starts, we will send you an email and some conversation questions, some discussion questions that we will talk about during the lesson. So if you go to aenglish.club, you can sign up for that free lesson. And of course, if you want to be a paid member, we have lots of different lessons you can sign up for. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye.